Good morning students, welcome to the English class. I am Dr. Tripti Gupta from Shiv Jyoti Education Group, Kota. So today we are going to take up a grammar topic, tenses. Now let us look about what tenses are all about. So students, as we know, tenses is a phenomena, or we can say it is a concept which gives us the way or solution to express the time, that means when a particular action has taken up, when it has been performed by the subjects, and the expression of that is being done with the help of tenses. So, the tenses, we have categorized tenses in three basic categories, that is present tense, that one is here, okay, present tense. The second one is past tense and future tense. So, we will look about past tense and future tense after we will discuss the present tense. So, now present tense, as we understand, the present tense has four sub tenses here. First one is simple present tense, second present progressive tense, or we also call it as present continuous tense. The next one is present perfect tense, and the fourth one is present perfect continuous tense. So, we will be discussing all these four sub tenses under the present tense here. Now, let us first discuss about simple present tense. Okay. So, first of all we have to understand that when and where we use simple present tense. Okay. Now, first thing is, simple present tense is used to talk about actions that are repeated as a matter of routine or habit or as occupation. Okay. So, whatever is something which has been repeated on a regular basis, I brush my teeth daily. So, this is a habitual action and it will be said, it will be expressed in simple present tense. Okay. Now, another use of simple present tense is we also use it to talk of natural phenomenon, general truths of life, simply to describe someone's nature. He is honest person. So, this is a person's nature. Sun rises in the east, this is a natural phenomenon. Okay. So, these are some of the natural phenomenons or truths of the life. Honesty is the best policy. Okay. So, this is a truth of the life. So, for these expressing all these things, we use simple present tense. Similarly, simple present tense can be used to express general truths. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, like this. Take a look at the examples in the following slides to comprehend that how we use simple present tense. Okay. So, students, now we have understood the use of simple present tense. Before moving further, we also have to understand the structural format in which we will use these tenses, that how the verb will be actually framed, how it will be used in what form, and how the structure of the sentence will be framed in simple present tense. So, first structure. Now, there are different kinds of sentences, as we all know, that is, one is the positive sentence, that is declarative, and another is negative sentence. Okay. Then there is an interrogative sentence and interrogative negative sentence. So, we will take up the various structures of all these different sentences under simple present tense. Okay. Now, the very simple thing is, you have to understand that first there will be a subject. See here, subject person 1 plus verb in the first form, verb in first form. Okay. That means subject is he plays. Okay. Since the subject is singular, so we have added s here. Okay. He plays. I write, like see here, I play. So, like this. So, in this manner we will write or she sings a song. So, here we can add here the object and it will be followed further. Whatever the object is there, it will be followed after the verb. It does not changes the initial format here, that is subject plus verb first form. Now, let us move to the negative part. Here we have to introduce a helping verb. Okay. So, that is either does or do. Does and do will be according to the singular or plural number of the subject. So, does will be with the singular subjects and do will be used with first person and plural subjects. Okay. So, like he does not play or I do not play, we do not go there, okay, like this, or they do not want to come, like this. So, in this manner we can use the negative sentences and we can frame it like that. So, it will be subject plus do oblique does plus not plus the verb first form. Okay. Now, let us move to the interrogative sentence. Here what will happen is the helping verb, that is do or does, that will come first. Okay. It will precede the subject. So, does oblique do, see here does as well as do here. Okay. So, both the helping verbs will go in common, okay, according to the singular or plural or first person or second person, third person of the subject. Accordingly, we will use does or do. Now, then subject, here we have used does, so subject in singular form plus verb first form. Okay. So, then we will place a mark of interrogation. So, that is how we end the interrogative sentence. Okay. So, does he play? So, here see here we have not used S or ES because we have been using a singular form of helping verb. Okay. So, do I play or do they go there, like this. So, in this manner we frame an interrogative sentence. Now, the next sentence is interrogative negative sentence. That means does oblique do plus subject in singular form plus not plus verb first form. So, here we have after the subject we will introduce the word not to frame a interrogative negative sentence. See the example here, does he not play or does he not write a letter. So, like this, in this manner we will frame a interrogative negative sentence. Okay. Now, let us move to the next tense that we are going to take up today, that is present continuous tense. Okay. Now, when we talk about present continuous tense, see here the basic structure here is, see first of all we have to understand that present continuous tense is where some action is been happening at present point of time, at this very point of time, like I am teaching you, okay, I am speaking, I am looking at you. So, whatever the activity, whatever the action which is going at present at this very point of time, then it will be described in present continuous tense, or we also call it as present progressive tense. Okay. So, now let us look about what is the structure of this sentence. Okay. Now, first of all in the positive sentence we will use the subject plus is MR with respect to the subject, okay, plus verb first form added with ing, okay. So, verb first form plus ing, okay. So, the sentence will be he is playing, she is writing a letter, I am teaching you, like this, okay. So, this is a positive sentence. Now, for negative sentence what will happen is we will introduce not after the helping verb like this: subject plus is MR plus not plus verb plus ing form. Okay. So, verbs ing form. So, this is he is not playing, she is not writing a letter. Okay. I am not looking at you, like this. Okay. So, we are not playing. So, in this manner we will write a negative sentence. Now, the next one, that is interrogative sentence. So, what we will do, as we did in simple present tense, we brought the helping verb first. So, here also we will do the same thing. That is the basic format of any interrogative sentence, that we bring the helping verb to precede the subject. So, here is MR plus subject plus verb first form with ing. Okay. So, is he playing? Are we playing? Is she writing a letter? Am I teaching you? So, this is how we frame an interrogative sentence. Okay. Now, next sentence is interrogative negative sentence. See here, again we will start with the helping verb is MR plus subject. Then we will introduce not. See here, not plus verb first form plus ing. Okay. So, it will be is he not playing? Is she not writing a letter? So, in this manner we are going to write an interrogative negative sentence. Okay. So, now, this is present continuous tense. Now, let us move to the next subtense of present tense, that is present perfect tense. Okay. Now, see here. Now, present perfect tense is used when an action took place in the past. See, you have to understand that certain action is going on. Okay. It started in past, and it has taken up. Okay. And then it was either completed in the past itself, or it has been affecting the present day by the result, or it has recently completed, very just now it has completed and we are been talking about it. Okay. So, this tense is being used with some adverbial words like already, just, only just, okay, recently, like this. Okay. Now, before moving to discuss them further, let us look about the structure what will be followed to frame a present perfect tense sentence. Okay. Now, see here, for a present perfect tense sentence, we will first take up the positive sentence, subject plus has oblique have. Now, this is another helping verb which we are going to use here, has oblique have depending upon the subject plus verb third form, that means the participle form of the verb. Okay. So, here we will use the verb's third form. Okay. So, see the sentence here, I have played, I have finished my breakfast. Okay. I have just got up from the bed, like this. See, this action has just now completed. That is how we use these adverbial words. I have just arrived home. So, action has been completed, he is already there in the home, and that is why the person is using just. Okay. So, this is how we use perfect tense. Okay. Now, see, look for the second negative sentence, how we will frame it, subject plus has oblique have plus not plus verb third form. Verb's third form is the compulsory aspect with a perfect tense sentence. Okay. So, here I have not played, she has not cooked food. Okay, like this. She has not, he has not played, like this. So, we will frame the sentence of a negative structure like this. Now, interrogative sentence. Now, again we will bring the helping verb first, has oblique have plus subject plus verbs third form. Okay. So, have I played? Have you written the letter? Has she cooked food, like this. Okay. So, has he played? So, in this manner we frame an interrogative sentence. Now, the next one is interrogative negative sentence. So, again has oblique have will be preceding the subject plus not plus verbs third form and the mark of interrogation. So, have I not played? Has she not cooked food, like this. So, in this manner we frame the interrogative negative sentence. Now, the next tense which we are going to take up is perfect, present perfect continuous tense. Now, present perfect continuous tense is something the particular action, see here, an action started in the past and it was been continuing, okay, and it was still it is in continuous, okay, it is been still going on, okay. So, in this situation we will use present perfect continuous tense, like see, I have been writing this letter since 12 in the afternoon, like this, or we can say I have been studying since morning. So, what we are introducing here, we will use words like since or for, and see, since is being used to for a since a particular point of time, from that particular point of time, like since morning, this is a particular point of time, okay. But if we use for I am studying in class 8 for this session. So, for this session is a period of time, okay. So, for this session he has been studying in class 8th, like this, okay. So, whenever there is a period of time, then we use for. When there is a specific point of time which we want to express, then we use since, okay. So, in this manner, now let us look about that what will be the structure of the sentence. See here. So, first there will be subject plus has been or have been, okay. Then verbs plus ing, verb first form plus ing. So, I have been playing. Now, here we can use I have been playing for 1 hour. So, for 1 hour is a period of time, okay. So, that is why we have used for, okay. He has been playing, okay. Now, let us move to the negative sentence, subject plus has oblique have plus not plus been plus verb plus ing form, verb first form, okay. So, I have not been playing. So, after the helping verb we will introduce not and then the been will come and then playing, the ing form of the verb. Similarly, see here, he has not been playing or she has not been writing letter, like this, okay. Now, for the interrogative sentence, we will bring has oblique have to precede the subject again, okay. So, has oblique have plus subject plus been plus verb first form plus ing, okay. So, have I been playing or has he been playing, has she been writing a letter or has she been cooking the food, like this, okay. So, let us move to the next structure here is for interrogative negative sentence, and again it will start with has oblique have plus subject then not. Okay. So, after the subject it will be plus not plus been plus verb first form with ing. Okay. So, here see the how the sentence will actually frame. Have I not been playing? Has he not been playing? So, has she not been cooking food? Or has she not been writing a letter? Like this. So, we will frame the interrogative negative sentence in this manner. Now, so these were the few of the structures which we have now discussed under present tense. Now, to move further, we will discuss here the next tense, that is the past tense. Okay students, when we discuss past tense means certain actions which are to be described which happened in a time period which has already passed. Okay. Something happened in the past and it has completed in the past only, but now at this situation we are discussing that particular action and we are telling about it. Okay. So, we are describing certain action which happened actually in past, it something which was done in past. So, in that case we use past tense. Okay. So, now if we talk about past tense, again we have 4 subtenses under the past tense. First one is simple past tense, okay, past simple tense. Second one, past continuous or progressive tense, past perfect tense and past perfect continuous progressive tense. Okay. So, we will be discussing all these 4 one by one with their structures also. Okay. Now, let us first discuss the simple past tense. Now, simple past tense is used to indicate an action completed in past, as I was telling you, an adverb or adverb phrase of past time like yesterday, last night, previous month, 1 month ago, like this. Okay. So, these adverbial phrases are being used to describe the time, okay, and is generally added to sentence describing the past action. So, in simple past tense there is no indication of duration of the actions or their relation with the present. That means certain action which happened in the past, we are just describing it. It is not like that it has been anyway, we are not establishing any relation to the present time. Okay. So, that is what exactly I want to describe you. Now, when a simple past is being used for an action, as we have said it was been completed. Now, let us discuss some of the examples over here.